If neuroscience underestimated children? Today I found a video of Christofer, my angel. He was about 2.5 maximum, and he was playing on his little swing outside. Suddenly he wanted to go to the beach, and I had asked him earlier if he wanted to go, and he was playing. He didn't want to go, and I said, Christofer, if you don't go now, we're not going to go later. And he said, no, okay. So we're outside and he's playing on his swing, and you'll see the video I'm going to show you. He says, I want to go to the beach. So I answered him, yeah, right. Remember, you said you didn't want to go. And he started doing little tantrum like, oh, I want to go. And you can see he's upset. He really wants to go. And he even knocks his foot a little bit on the ground, like he starts whining, and could have turned into something not nice. And at that moment, I said, Christofer, remember, choice. Remembered earlier, I asked you and you said no. So you always have a choice, but when you choose, then that's it. And I watched him, and you'll see he's playing on his swing, he's turning, and I encouraged him to turn, and you could see that his little brain is thinking about what I said. And suddenly he looks on something a little bit behind me and he said, oh, mommy, can I please have this? And he's all sweet again, completely forgets his desire to go to the beach, because he remembers his choice. At 2.5 years old, he is responsible for his choice. And he lets go of that attitude of wanting, tantrum, and all that. So often I hear, neuroscience latest research that excuse many of children's behavior. When I see a video like this, I'm like, no, that's just not right. Young children are much more capable than certain neuroscience state that they are. And I think it's important that we remember that. I think it's important that we don't excuse children's behavior based on some of these research that to me are almost there because somebody wants to prove a point. I believe in quantum physics, and I know that the person who does the experiment, who is observing the experiment, has the capacity to change the result of the experiment. So I believe that many people who do neuroscience to prove a certain point are going to be able to prove that point. And I also believe that just on the opposite, we can do the same thing. If we choose to prove that children are capable, much younger than it is shown or proven these days, that they are capable to do extraordinary things, I believe that we can help the evolution of humanity rather than, how to say it, maybe retarded a little bit by making all these excuses and allowing violence, repetitive violence with young children, because supposedly they don't have the capacity to handle their emotions.
I want to go to the beach.
Yeah, right, sure. I asked you, you said, I want to go. Now it's too late. The sun went bye-bye.
I want to go right now.
Too late, I'm sorry. Remember choice? Mommy always tells you you have choice. And once you make a choice, that's it. And your choice was to go earlier, but now it's too late. Woo! Spinning, boy.
Can I have one of those, please? Please?
Sure.
Please. Put one for that. Put one for that.
One for there?
And I put one for that.
I think it's also a question of culture, and in some countries children are expected to behave a certain way, and the parents behave a certain way, and the community behaves a certain way, and the children are like sponges. They're going to absorb whatever is in the environment. So if you show them that in this place everybody is quiet, then children learn to be quiet. Christofer showed me that many times as well. I used to go sing mantras and meditate inside the church, and it lasts 1 hour. And he was a small baby. He was, less than a year or just about a year. And he knew when he could be quiet and when he couldn't. I used to still nurse him at the time, and he knew that for me to have him stay quiet longer, I could nurse him. So when it was time to be very quiet, he would make a little noise, like this, and I would look at him. I'm like, and he'd make another little noise because he wanted me to give him the breast. So sometime I would and sometime I wouldn't, but that was part of it too. So it's important to me, and it's important that we keep sharing these amazing capacities that our children have, even small children. Thank you.